It was the summer before my first grade year, and my brother and I were feeling rather entrepreneurial. We decided that we wanted to have our very first lemonade stand, but we first had to get the permission of my mother to have our lemonade stand. So we went to my mom and asked her, and you could see that she really liked the idea because her eyes just lit up. However, it was like the moment she has always been waiting for. She instantly asked us if she could see our business plan, and I was only 6 years old at the time, and my brother 7. So what's a business plan? She then said that she could help us write the business plan, but my brother and I were just kind of expecting the green light and the go-ahead to go try out our small business. So we decided to do it later that summer. A few weeks later, before the back-to-school night at my school, my brother and I thought that that would be the perfect time to have our lemonade stand. We went to my mom and asked her for her help in writing our business plan, and my mom simply said, "Boys, let's get down to business." So, in the plan, we decided to sell fresh squeezed lemonade for only $1 per glass. We also needed a class on margins, but that's a story for another time. Needless to say, we wrote the business plan, and we had to figure out how we were going to get the supplies we needed for the business. My mom said she could take us to the store, but she would charge us interest on the amount that we would spend at the store. Again, my brother and I, being really young, didn't really know what interest was, but agreed, and we bought the supplies. Whenever my mom came to collect that interest, my brother and I were just so confused. Why did we have to pay her back more money than she let us borrow? My mom simply said, "Well, that's just how business works," and we paid her the interest. The following day, when we had to get the lemonade stand approved by the principal of my school to have it at the back-to-school night, my whole family thought the principal would love the idea of a small student-run lemonade stand. However, that was not the response we received. Needless to say, we went to the principal and showed her our plan and even added that we would donate 10% of everything we made back to the school. The principal didn't really like the idea, and she said that we were not allowed to have the lemonade stand. I was just crushed. I was baffled at the idea of why we could not have our small lemonade stand on the back-to-school night. So, on our way home, my brother saw an ice cream truck across the street, and he thought, well, if the ice cream man can sell his ice cream, then why can't we sell our lemonade? My mom then explained that the ice cream man is selling his ice cream on the street and therefore doesn't need permission from the school. At this moment, a light bulb kind of appeared above our heads, and we thought, well, why can't we just go across the street and sell our lemonade there? So, on the back-to-school night, we sold our lemonades. We had our lemonade stand across the street from the school, and I felt extremely proud with my first $60. I knew that I learned skills that simply were not taught in school, but vital for my future. This sparked me to have multiple businesses after this. First, by scaling out my lemonade stands, and then having my very first fireworks business, where I learned countless skills that are irreplaceable. Currently, I'm a 16-year-old junior in high school, and I know through the skills that I've learned, I'm going to be prepared for my future. However, I know not all teenagers have had these skills, whether it be their fear of failure or their parents just simply not allowing them to go out into the real world. Parents, I'm talking to you. If you want your sons and daughters to develop real-life skills like responsibility and independence, they have to be given some form of responsibility in the first place. Now, I can already see some of the parents in the room nervous by the idea of giving their kids any more responsibility than taking out the trash whenever it gets full. But parents, you can start with baby steps. You have to learn to crawl before you learn to walk, and you have to learn to walk before you learn to run. So parents, start with the small things and give them more responsibility as they earn your trust. Oftentimes, children are just so pushed by their parents to be so focused in school that when the bell rings and school is over, they don't actively engage with anything outside of school. Whenever you go out of your comfort zone and have a business experience, you can learn so many more skills that are far more valuable than the Pythagorean theorem or the difference between an animal cell and a plant cell. And those real-life business experiences, you can learn profit margins, negotiating, or risk management, which are all extremely important. And those business experiences, you can learn countless life lessons also, like responsibility, resilience, integrity, interpersonal skills, and critical thinking skills. At 6 years old, taking a risk and taking a loan out and even interest, and even having to pay interest, developed my sense of responsibility that has now led me to be able to be the owner and operator of a fireworks business and have 22 employees, and has led me on my journey to becoming an Eagle Scout. When faced with the scary task of approaching my principal and asking her for her permission to have my lemonade stand, developed my sense of interpersonal skills and confidence to be able to sell fireworks to customers and even being an ambassador for my high school. Whenever I received a dissatisfactory no from my principal and wasn't allowed to have my lemonade stand, this developed my critical thinking skills that I've used to put out a massive fire that threatened my fireworks business. Whenever this fire erupted, it threatened the lives of everyone in the area and my business, but I was able to make those split-second decisions and put out the fire immediately. Whenever Hurricane Maria came to my home of Puerto Rico and ravaged through the island, destroying thousands of homes and left millions of people without electricity for months on end, I was able to join one of the largest relief efforts and help bring supplies and food to houses all around the island and help open 11 hospitals. By having the perseverance to take on a new skill like surfing, even though my body and my back are not thanking me for that one. So, through all those real-life experiences, whether big or small, I've learned countless skills that are vital for my future. And I'm the voice for the youth. So I'm always aspiring and hoping that kids go out and start a lemonade stand or work a job or even start their own business. And parents, I know it might be difficult, but push them and help them because you never know where it can lead you in your future. Thank you so much.